What up, everybody? It's your boy Solo Foe, and I'm back with another episode of So What's the Issue? And today, what I'm going to be talking about is the Offset shooting. Now, I saw the Offset shooting a couple days ago, and I am responding to this late because I actually did want to kind of marinate on this topic a little bit. Now, I'm not going to be deep diving into it, but I'm going to let y'all know what happened. So, Offset was at a casino. Apparently, he was by himself. Apparently, him and Lil TJ had a situation where basically Offset was gambling. He tried to borrow 5K from Lil TJ. Lil TJ gave him the 5K. Then another situation, they left. He gave him another 5K or whatever. But basically, he ended up owing him 10,000. Basically, they went and they was talking to each other, and basically Lil TJ was like he wanted his money back. Now 10,000 is 10,000. Lil TJ was like, "Hey, I want my money back." And Offset was basically, I guess he took it disrespectful or whatever, which I don't know the context of how the message went, but he basically took it disrespectfully, and he was like, "Nigga, now come get it back in blood." So Lil TJ took that as disrespect. So he was like, "All right, cool." So I don't know if this was all in the same day or anything like that, but basically, eventually they ran into each other, whatever way they ran into each other. So when they ran into each other, Lil TJ walked up on them with his group, basically, whatever. What the situation looks like to me, what it looks like to me, they tried to jump him. They tried to jump him. Offset knocked one of the niggas out. And obviously now the numbers ain't as thick as it was at one point. Now, Lil TJ's a little bit of smaller nigga. He ain't as big as Offset or whatever. So it looks like what one of the dudes did that was with Lil TJ turned and shot Offset in supposedly his butt. All right, cool. That's not really the part that I really cared about, but that's just the backstory of what actually happened. The part that I actually want to talk about is like, we talk about a lot of what a stupid decision is and what's right, what's wrong. I get it. Everybody's men. We got men pride. Everybody wants to make sure they standing on business at all points in time. Nobody wants to be the person that looks like they not standing on business. Nobody wants to look like they are bitching in a situation. So basically, if if Offset owed a nigga 10 bands and you literally at the casino, I don't know what your situation was. I guess I know that the nigga approached you on some whatever street. Talk to him like a man. Y'all talk to each other like man, like, "Hey, look, dog, look. I understand that you want your bread back. Look, I felt like you disrespected me here. Nigga, we ain't da. If a nigga getting rough with you, let him know, like, "Hey, bro, look, it really ain't that deep. Like, we don't need to turn nothing into no street shit over, we got the money. Both of us got the money. So here goes your 10,000, whatever. If a nigga keep running his mouth, whatever, it's 10,000, bro. Give him his 10,000 back. Don't fuck with the nigga no more. Just let that be that. Why is it so hard for us to realize, like, hey, just don't fuck with each other no more? If it gets to the point of where our friendship is volcanic, bro, just leave it at what it is. All right, cool. Here go your bread, bro. Move on. It ain't gotta go to the internet, whatever. It ain't gotta be no more than this. And no, you are not a bitch because you tried to talk to a nigga like a man. A nigga was still yapping his shit and whatever. Reverse side. Lil TJ. Dog, I get it. Nigga owed you 10,000. I'd be pissed off if a nigga owed me 10,000 because 10,000 is a lot for a regular nigga. I work two 9 to 5s, bruh. 10,000 a lot for me right now. But basically, I get it. It's 10,000. I don't know how much would you get a show or whatever, and I know that money is not. I know that rapping is not an endless well. But the more disrespectful you are with the nigga that owes you money, the less likely a nigga's gonna want to give it to you. I'm not saying that you approached him originally on no gangster shit or on no street shit, cause maybe you was just genuinely just like, "Hey, bro, can I get my bread back?" But the second that nigga got on some whatever, just tell the nigga like, "Bro, it ain't even gotta be all that, bro. Just like it's 10,000, bro. Throw me my 10K and we gonna be straight. Look here, you know what? I'm gonna leave that situation alone. Whatever. Let me get my 10K back whenever, whatever. Get the 10K back and be like, bro, just say that's all I wanted. All I wanted was the 10K. Nigga don't give you your 10K back. He want to take it on some street shit, bro. Just don't fuck with the nigga. Because obviously, whenever this situation comes up and one of y'all homeboys shoot a nigga, bro, that's just it, bro. You niggas, and obviously he shot him in the butt on purpose. or wherever he did shoot him, but he shot him lower body on purpose because he didn't want to do a specific type of damage to the nigga, or maybe he was just shooting quick and he was just trying to back the nigga up off of him. I don't know what the full context of the situation is, but basically y'all never had to get to this point. But with this pride that we have as men, basically niggas ain't thinking right. Niggas is only thinking like, bro, let me not let a nigga disrespect me, because this is the big thing. Each party is worried about what the next party is gonna do on some internet shit, on some not even just internet, but y'all all celebrities, backdoor circles, like, oh, that nigga TJ a bitch. That nigga, man, I owe that nigga TJ 10,000. That bitch ass nigga, bro, I ain't giving that nigga his money back. Or little TJ, nah, that nigga Offset a bitch, bro. When I catch that nigga, I know how I get. But at some point, when do we learn, bro? Just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, just leave it as is. All right, 10K, chalk it up as a loss. Like, hey, dog, look, I lost 10K. I'm used to seeing 10K. You are blessed to give a nigga 10K in the first fucking place. Offset, you blessed to have received the 10K in the first fucking place. You obviously got the money to go have fun with it. Send that nigga a Zelle, send that nigga a Cash App, and be like, hey, cool, look, here go your money, bruh. We ain't gotta fuck with each other no more, because I ain't really feeling how your energy was on it. I get it. I'm a man. I'm just not feeling that shit. Here go your money. You ain't gotta go out like no bitch. It's not you being a bitch whenever you just saying like, hey, bro, look, here go your money, bro. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to me. But we didn't got so caught up in basically everybody trying to one up the next street nigga. And I don't know which one of these individuals was the first one to make it volcanic, but bruh, whatever nigga it was, bruh, nigga, the situation is at your fault. Cause all it would have to be was like, hey, chalk it up. Chalk it up as just whatever the fuck it is, and don't fuck with a nigga no more. Don't talk about a nigga. It ain't gotta be no whatever on the down low. It ain't, just leave it the fuck alone. Cause what the fuck are y'all so go? I get it. It's 10K. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like 10K is a petty amount of money. Yes, if I, as a regular individual, gave a nigga 10K and that nigga didn't give me my shit back, boy, yes, I would be flamed the fuck up. But at the same time, bro, y'all got families to feed. Offset, you got a baby. I don't know if Lil TJ got any kids, but I don't know if Offset has more than one baby, but I know he has the one baby for sure with Cardi B. And it's like, bruh, like, y'all got families to feed. Nobody needs either one of y'all's dead on either side. And I think that's the thing that people forget, that y'all actually got families to go back home to that actually need y'all. Because if Offset, if you die, bruh, what the fuck happens? Lil TJ, you go to jail and then reverse the situations. Bruh, if these things happen, bruh, that's just a life of a street nigga. Bruh, that's the life of a dumb nigga. You niggas is at the pinnacle. Go to fucking have fun. Continue to fuck the bitches that y'all fucking on. Continue to go out and be able to do shit that you wish you could do when you was in a lower position, because niggas like me in my position is still trying to grind to that point, looking for me to be grateful to get to that point. Niggas is out here starving. Niggas is out here trying to sell crack and ain't making no money. Niggas is out here trying to sell weed and ain't making no money. You niggas is making money to go out and be more famous. Y'all niggas come up with another hit song and that's more bitches on y'all dick. That should be something that makes y'all happy. I think Offset has reached more height than what Lil TJ has, and that's just me being a humble estimate of the situation. But bruh, you are a living, walking legend at this point because of your group. Even if your single name isn't a legend, you are a part of a legendary group that probably won't be forgotten in hip hop for the next 100 years. And that's something that you should be cherishing, dog. Like, yo, life is built. Why the fuck are you going out here trying to, like, bro, you beefing with Finesse 2 times, you beefing with all these other niggas, bro. Like, bro, why? Like, dog, you got so much to live for, and I get it. Certain niggas will try to treat you like a bitch and shit like that. But everything ain't worth a fucking response. Everything ain't worth you doing some dumb shit behind. I get it. Man pride. I'm not saying that a nigga could come up and smack the fuck out of you and you not do nothing. But bro, when you know, you as a celebrity, I'm talking Lil TJ and Offset, y'all as celebrities should know that y'all's fame comes with a different type of issues. It's not just y'all beefing with niggas, because niggas is gonna have more incentive to kill y'all, to rob y'all. And if y'all don't give it up, guess what the fuck they gonna do to y'all? Like, it hurts my soul that basically we don't learn these lessons until it's too late. And it's like, we all chalk it up to being a part of the game. And it's like, come on, Offset, dog. I don't know if Lil TJ has any kids, but if you got a son, dog, like, if you got a son, hold on. My bad, thought I smelled smoke. But if you got a son, dog, like, shit. If you got a son, is that really the example that you really want him to have to follow behind? Like, niggas gotta follow behind gangster codes just because? Like, that's not what you should want your kids to have to follow behind. Like, you shouldn't look at your example as a father should be like, hey, son, look, you don't have to have anything to do with these streets. You don't have to fight niggas. I don't know. I'm gonna say it like this. When's the last time y'all think an airplane pilot got into a fight? Just, do you think they life surrounds fighting? Do you think they life surrounds doing some crazy shit that's gonna get them into some trouble? Nah, they flying their fucking planes, fucking bitches on the road, and coming back home. That's about it. Like, why can't that just be a happy life? And I'm not saying that anybody's gonna do anything to your son, but if life goes on and, you know, your kids get older, and let's just say like this T.I. situation with 50 Cent. Now T.I.'s kids is in the situation. If something was to happen where King walked up to fucking 50 Cent and try to smack 50 Cent, and 50 Cent basically little boyed him, and I'm not saying that that's what would happen, but basically if something like that was to happen, then what? And I get it. A nigga like T.I. is gonna be like, bruh, nigga know not to play with my kids because it's gonna be whatever. But it's like, bruh, the risk of it even getting to that point, because it's still another man on the other side. Like, god damn, what is it that people don't realize about, you know, putting out a certain image to these kids, because these kids is gonna follow in that image a lot of times. Like, it. And y'all risking it. Y'all just risking it all for just a minute of, like, I don't even know what to call this shit anymore. I get it. When niggas was coming up out the hood and shit like that, why beef was so necessary, I get it. But now y'all at a point of where, not be a bitch. You don't have to be a bitch. But operating in a different way of like, hey, if a nigga come up to me, a nigga gonna get hurt. Outside of that, nothing else. I ain't gonna try to set niggas up. I ain't gonna try to bump into niggas. If I see niggas, I ain't gonna mean mug. I'm not gonna do. Why can't it be that whenever it comes to our black people? Why can't it just be when we see each other, it's cordial? We don't give a fuck about each other. We're not gonna talk bad about a nigga. Nigga ain't gonna see each other and be like, bro, I seen that nigga Offset, and that nigga, bro, he ain't even look my way. Bro, why the fuck is it always gotta be some extra dumb shit on the back of it? Okay, y'all saw each other, move the fuck on. Like, it don't matter which one of y'all saw the other one. Just leave the shit the fuck alone. But that's too much of an ass for our people. And that's the reason why we got the streets and shit fucked up. We so fixated on building the perfect street nigga that we fucking up the next generation of kids instead of trying to get them out the shit. So are niggas really in the streets for their kids? When they really just setting the worst example of what the fuck to do and how to be a man, and it just keeps repeating and recycling. Offset and TJ, if either one of y'all kids turn around to be a gangster, y'all should feel like a failure. Any father that was in the street whose kids turned around to grow up to be a gangster, you should feel like a failure. You had all the money and resources to not do what you did, and basically your child still chose, I'm going to choose violence. I'm going to choose to be like my father over actually going and becoming a man and doing some shit that keeps me out of trouble. Why ain't enough of y'all rap niggas? Why ain't all y'all kids in football leagues? Why ain't all y'all kids in basketball leagues? Why is it that we got these little niggas on the internet talking about how gangster they are and how they really running around the streets of this city in a broke neighborhood with some real killers. Why? Y'all niggas, these y'all kids don't have to do that, but for some reason they watching y'all and they feel like they need to hold up that same fucking impression. I don't know anything truly about Jeezy's son. I don't know but Jeezy's son, we all know publicly, went off to college. And I don't know if he ever graduated. I don't know what he did with that. But you know how proud that should be that your son chose a degree over jumping into the streets? Any nigga whose kids decided, I'm gonna jump head first into the streets and I'm gonna be fucking John Gotti. I'm gonna be Suge Knight. I'm gonna be the biggest nigga on the block. Then you as a father should feel like a failure. And that's just my honest opinion. Because me right now, I'm not gonna set my kids up for failure. I don't have any kids. When I get ready to have kids, that's when I'm gonna have kids. And when I have my kids, they're not gonna be around a certain type of energy. I'm not going to allow them to see a certain type of energy. And that's what you must do as a father. Shun the fuck out of street activity until your kids don't even want to be a part of it. And you can start to see when your kids are starting to become street. I don't give a fuck what no parent says. You can see when your kids starting. Get them out that shit as soon as possible so they never feel like that's an actual option, because they don't have to be. But that's just my thoughts. I hope y'all appreciated the episode. I really hope that this could be the end of it. But because a nigga got shot and the nigga like Offset how he's done wore his emotions on his sleeve, he does not look like the type of nigga that just like, hey, you know what? I got shot. Let me leave it alone. It just seems like it's going to get more messy from there. And I get it that both niggas is willing to engage, but it should have never had to get to this point at all. I get it. Niggas was upset. Niggas' pride was on the line. I get it, but it didn't have to go crazy. Sometimes I really do wonder, are people ever gonna make it out the struggle of fighting with the streets? But tell me what y'all thoughts are. I hope y'all appreciated the episode, liked it, whatever. Hopefully y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until another episode, thank y'all. So y'all boy Solo 4, I'm out of here.